there's the current state of affairs in Giants land, in Steelers land, waiting for Aaron Rodgers to make a decision and how that splashes into the draft, Louis Riddick. My first question for you is, where do you think Rodgers best fits?
If you let the chatter tell it, he don't fit anywhere, right? He's a cancer. He's done. He's never going to regain the form that he had, which he probably doesn't, but that's okay. He doesn't have to. That he's a malcontent and he's going to tear the entire organization apart, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Listen, we all know that he comes with some, let's just say, personality characteristics that you feel as though would be, for lack of a better word, challenging to integrate into your football team. So I think the best fit for him is a place where they don't bend to you. You're going to fit into what they do. And that would require a place that has a very strong ownership group, strong general manager, strong head coach, and strong locker room, and a tradition of being able to assimilate people who are very strong like Aaron Rodgers into their culture and have them buy in because they see the greater good. They see the benefit of the greater good. That's Pittsburgh. That's Pittsburgh to me. All right. And it's not, I think the benefits of him going to a place like that far outweigh the negatives as far as him, maybe tearing that place down and or being a negative drag on what they're trying to build there. Because I think Mike Tomlin and Arthur Smith, the offensive coordinator, Mike can handle anyone. He's one of the most charismatic, respected individuals to ever walk the sidelines of an NFL team. Just listen to how his players talk about him. Just poll the most respected players on Pittsburgh's current roster or players who have played for him previously. They all tell you the same thing, regardless of what you think about his ability to get his team over the hump. Aaron would buy into what they're doing. And Mike is going to take no crap from him. And I can tell you this, Arthur Smith isn't either. I think that's what Aaron needs at this point. Aaron needs to go to a place where it's like, hey, look, we're going to talk to you about what best suits you and how you like to, what throws you like, how you like routes run, how you feel as though you can get up to speed here quickly and help this group of wide receivers and kind of level up this offense. And I don't think Aaron's done. I don't think all of a sudden he's hit some wall to where he's a bottom quarter of the league thrower. I don't think that. I think it would be good for him to go there to throw to this group of wide receivers. Now, getting back to the whole personality and fit thing, people think Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf, George Pickens. Oh, yeah, what could go wrong there? It's funny what happens when people kind of respect one another's competency in their ability to help one another. It's funny how people kind of toe the line then if they can see the greater good. And so I think that is a good fit. And honestly, I think where Pittsburgh's sitting right now as far as the draft is concerned at 21, if you're Aaron and you really don't want to view yourself as a bridge guy in the true sense of the word, meaning there's someone sitting right behind you who they're just itching to get in there as soon as they're ready to go, Pittsburgh's probably that spot. Because, I mean, who are they going to get at that spot? And who are they going to get at that spot that they feel as though could be ready to go maybe in a year or two? So I think this could be a 2 to 3 year option for him, depending upon how he's looking at his own career and how much longer he wants to play. Now, I do think at that spot there could be a certain quarterback available that you and I have talked about before that I think as we move through the next 6 weeks, 7 weeks, you're going to hear even more and more talk about Tyler Shuck from Louisville. You just are. He was, coincidentally, he was in the first group of players that they brought in for official visits into Pittsburgh. And that isn't just because they want to kick the tires. The kid can play. So could they draft someone like that? Yeah, but I like the fit for Aaron there. I like the fit for him in Pittsburgh. Maybe he looks at the Giants differently. I don't know. Maybe he thinks that's his best fit. But I see you have Tyler Shuck up on the screen there. Look, Rich, you know how it is, man. We've talked a lot about quarterbacks. We've talked a lot about different players. And once I kind of get bought in and locked in on something, it takes a lot for me to move off of it, right or wrong. This kid is mature. He has had a hell of an offseason. Jeff and Brian Braun are the very best, the coaches down there at Louisville. And at the combine, you were up in the booth calling it.
Yeah.
This kid can throw it, man. He can throw it. And he has played against some good competition this past year, and he diced them all up. Ask Ryan Clark sometime about when he was at Notre Dame watching his son against that defense, how Tyler Shuck looked out there in South Bend and just throwing the tape, ripping them, absolutely ripping them. So we'll see what happens with Pittsburgh, and we'll see what Aaron ultimately chooses. And like, I'm not always a fan of all the things that Aaron Rodgers does and the way in which he kind of like the way he moves from a business perspective and from a personality perspective. But if we're just looking at this about fit, I mean, if you like I said, you let a lot of people tell him he doesn't fit anywhere. They would like to see him just ride off into the sunset and never be seen again. I don't think it's that dramatic. I don't think it's that extreme. I think Pittsburgh could use him. We'll see.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.